In this video, we're going to learn how to set up our Sakai gradebook using points. So in other words, my course is worth a total number of points. I don't have weighted categories. We've turned the gradebook on by going to the Site Editor, selecting Edit Tools, and checking the box next to Gradebook. It now will show up on the left side menu bar. When I click on the gradebook, I'm in kind of a wizard to set the gradebook up. The first thing it's going to ask me is how I grade, and I can say I'm either a no categories person or a categories. I definitely don't want weighted categories. I like to be organized, so I'm going to select categories. You do not have to select categories. The next question is asking you how do you grade, with points, percentages, or letter grades. Because this is a points-based gradebook, I'm selecting points. You can then decide what you want to release to the students. You can release the course grade, which lets students know how they're doing as the course is going. Some folks don't like to release this, and they only release it at the end of the semester. Released items means any item that has been given a grade and has been released to a student to view. If you do not check this box, students cannot see any grades. Some folks use the gradebook just for themselves and not for the students, so they would uncheck that box. You can release the mean, median, and mode, class rank, etc. I'm going to click on Save and Close, and as soon as I do that, my gradebook starts to look more like a traditional Excel spreadsheet. On the left side are my assignments, on the right side are my students. If I come to the File menu and select New Category, I can enter in a category. I can decide to drop the lowest grade, lowest 2, 3, 4, however many grades I want to drop, and I click on Add and Close. I can create as many categories as I would like. And again, I'm going to the File menu, Add Category. When I'm happy with all of my categories, I can start adding items into them. I do that by going to the File menu, New Item. An item is the same as an assignment. So I'm going to create Quiz 1 and put it in the category of quizzes. I'm going to make it worth 10 points. The default is 100. I'm then going to release the score to my students. Some folks don't release the scores until they've actually done all of the grading. Now I click on Add and Close. I can go back to the File menu, select New Item. In this case, I'll make it Quiz 2 in the category of quizzes. It's worth 10 points, and I'm not going to release the score. Notice how Quiz 1 is in dark blue and Quiz 2 is in black. That's indicating that the scores for Quiz 2 have not been released to my students. If I want to provide the score, I just check the box to the left of the item and it shows up on the right side of the screen. I enter in the grades by clicking in the cell and typing in the grade. As soon as I click out of the cell, it saves the grade for me. There's no special saving that I need to do. To turn on Quiz 2, I just check the box next to it and it shows up on the right side. As I'm doing this, note that some of the grades have turned red with a slash through it. On the left side, I have quizzes as a category with a -1 next to it. That means we're dropping the lowest grade in that category. The red slashes are the lowest grade for each student, so it does it automatically. If I uncheck Quiz 1, that column disappears from the right side of the screen, but the grade is still being remembered. If I click back on Quiz 1, it will show up for me. At the end of the semester, I can come up to the Tools menu and I can export my gradebook as an Excel or CSV file. There's also the option to submit grades for submission, final grades for submission, but this doesn't work. You still need to enter your grades in Cyberfire. If I ever need to edit the settings on my gradebook, I come up to the Edit menu, I click on Gradebook Settings, and I can change how I want to set my gradebook up. Also under Edit, I can set a grade scale. Because you're seeing on the right side where there's a course grade with letters, I can set that grade scale. So if I click on Grade Scale, I can come in to any of these columns that are in white and change the grade scale. I just type in. As soon as I do that, it's memorized for me. I come down, I click on the Close button. So So that's how to set your gradebook up for a points-based grading.